Breathe in the divine holy presence of the Ruach HaKodesh, the pillar of light that is anchoring now with each and every one individually as well as the divine collective. See clearly in your spiritual eye diamond light, Straline's brilliant light on the upper worlds, on the paradise worlds, from the Shambala worlds, the crystalline worlds. And breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath. And as we do, the crystalline gematриas are activated within our own blood crystal. This is a diamond light that's pouring in. It comes as a diamond light blue light. And this diamond light blue light is from a higher gematria, a higher sacred divine mandala, holding sacred holy codes from the upper worlds. And this part of this cosmic mandala dips into our consciousness field. And all we are required to do in this moment is breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath. And as you do, this white, brilliant light that begins to move in and through you through the sacred breath, holding the diamond code light with the tinge of light sky blue. It is very specific. And as you breathe with intention, this sacred coding coming from the upper worlds, the absolute worlds, you begin to feel the frequency engulf you, embrace you, love you, hold you. The higher heart, compassion and unconditional love is ignited within our beingness, moving through the very nervous system of our physical body. As the divine sacred codes begin to imprint in the crystalline matrices of our own blood, holding within that the sacred holy DNA, the sacred holy codons that are beginning to fire up. Deep, deep, deep into our cosmic memory. Deep, deep, deep into the Ancient of Days. Activations coming online, dormancy beginning to change and awakening. Feel, sense, and know now the sacredness and holiness of this experience as the great angelic being of immense and radiant light come as the great messengers, as the Ophanim and the cherubs and the principles come. For there is the glory, the emanation, the beauty, the wonderment of the higher worlds of light. Dipping into our consciousness field upon this sacred earth, holding the original thought form, the original Eden tree. Say, beloveds, indeed you have been from the Ancient of Days, holding the sacred codes, ever with you, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And it is in the cycles of time, of all time, in this eternal now, the great activation ever with you as you walk your path, as you follow through the soul pulse that pulls you, as you choose to move beyond fear and challenges to make known the unknown, because you have always sensed it, you have always known it. With each and every sacred, holy in-breath and out-breath, as the cosmic memory of the upper worlds, as the worlds of the many mansions, as this ancient aspect that you hold deeply within your beingness, your connection to all that is eternal, your connection to all that is boundless. And it is now rising the immortal part of who you are and what you are, coming through this now moment, bringing in beyond the frequency of space and time into this 3-dimensional 4 and 5 frequency band that you are able to hold, integrate, and commune with. As the rise in frequency within your own consciousness field begins to rise and elevate. Indeed, beloveds, we say to you, you are the ascension rising. You are the ascension rising. You are the ascension rising. Each and every sacred, holy in-breath and out-breath, holy and sacred, moving in and through in a divine communion with the upper worlds of most radiant light, and indeed the 3-dimensional expression of the sacred Gaia, known by many names, radiating, and upon this radiation coming from the higher worlds, moves deep into her core as her children of light hold this sacred space. Through their own nervous system, through their own crystalline matrix within the blood crystals, as it moves through the children of light upon the earth who have not forgotten. We breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath. And as we do, this diamond light, this divine coding from the highest of the celestial realms of light, continue to move in and expand in our field. And as we are connected through hearts and minds, this frequency, this higher mandala that brings the frequency codes of illumined light, bringing once again the divine cosmic Christ, divine Maitreya, the upper worlds, rising once again for the other worlds, the fallen worlds, the worlds of duality, coming once again through the children of light upon the earth who have not forgotten, into the unity consciousness of the oneness, of the perfect balance of the middle path that they hold. So as they continue on their path of light, as new revelations, understanding begins to come and integrate, as the drossness and the lower frequency begin to be let go as discarded garments, and new garments of light of higher frequency begins to replace that as they move in their own individual ascension. And in their individual ascension, in the frequency they hold, bonded with others who walk the same path. And for those who walk the path into the ascension, into the higher vision, into the new template, walking the narrow path, moving onward and forward, creates a wider path for others to follow. And as you hold this frequency of this higher light mandala from the ascended worlds of light, as you breathe each and every in-breath and out-breath in full consciousness and awareness, as you feel the frequency of light moving in and through your physical, mental, and emotional body, as you experience the higher radiance and frequency of illumined light, as your sacred in-breath and out-breath is in alignment and harmony with the sacred in-breath and out-breath of the sacred earth and she with the upper worlds, as you hold the sacred container with this communion and the marriage of the bridegroom, the marriage and the balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, as you hold the divine pillars of light to hold the polarity balance of the middle path of unity and oneness, as you hold it within yourself, you hold it for the consciousness field of the sacred earth. As you breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath of the divine sacred diamond-like codes, coming from the highest of the celestial realms of light, holding that sky blue frequency, enveloping and interconnecting, weaving the higher and the lower, connecting and anchoring. And in this sacred moment, holding the cosmic field of illumination, holding the cosmic field of ascension, holding the cosmic field, divine communion. And as the bride and the bridegroom, bringing back the divine sacred balance, bringing back the unity field, bringing back the aspects all of oneness. And as you hold the field, the divine sacred healing pours in. It pours in for all of life upon the sacred earth. It pours in its diamond-like codes, in the re-remembering of the Ancient of Days, of the ancient Eden tree, when all was balanced, all was blessed, in great diversity, with the understanding of the oneness of it all, with great respect, kindness, symbiotic relationships that were absolutely harmonious. And in this harmony, the blissfulness and wonderness of continued wonderment in the vastness and the beauty of the cosmos, in its endless, endless creations. And as you bring in the re-remembering of this, as you open up the codons once again, as the cell consciousness in your physical body opens into the wider frequency band, bringing in more light codes that you are now able to carry, that you are able to integrate, that you are able to distribute into the field, that where you are is always holy and sacred. Each and every sacred, holy in-breath and out-breath is a sacred and holy prayer. And as the field continues to expand, as it draws the most radiant ones, as the great angelics and various fields of consciousness in the never-ever expression of the divine comes together in this now moment to create this singularity of intention and healing and balance. As it comes from the higher hearts of the children of light upon the earth who have not forgotten, who open their sacred field as sacred containers of light. As they walk forward in their mission, their purpose, and their ever unfolding consciousness, as they move beyond Maya, as they move beyond the constrictions, as they move beyond the parameters, they move beyond the blockages, the distortions, and the miscreations. For they see the radiant light of the Ein Sof. They sense and know the undulating waveforms of unconditional love from the sacred heart of the divine. Simply hold your positions. We put forth now the intention to think of the frequency band we are in, remembering and sensing the frequency in this now moment, and intend to carry it into our sleeping state. We now prepare ourselves as we must to be back fully into our physical, mental, and emotional body, but yet hold a higher consciousness of this experience. We sense and know the most radiant ones are beginning to draw in their electromagnetic field, and so we also draw in our electromagnetic field with the intention now of stepping down the energies with ease and grace as we begin to acclimate back, balanced and grounded, with the intention to be fully back in our physical, mental, and emotional bodies. And as we feel this experience for just one more moment, to have this, we know we are blessed beyond measure as it begins to ignite who we truly are and what we are part of. And so with grateful hearts, we begin to intend to be back, awake, alert in the 3 density we find ourselves in, but ever connected to that higher consciousness of who and what we are. On the count of 3, we will be back. We will be awake and we will be alert. 1, 2, take a deep breath in, and 3. We are back, awake, alert, and we are grounded.